Welcome back, Chrono Keepers, to the Time Traveler Zoo. What a journey it has been through Season 3. We've saved species from the brink of extinction, outsmarted chrono poachers, and built a sanctuary for the lost wonders of history. But today is different. This is Season 3, Episode 10, The Final Migration. Everything we've built is about to be tested. The very fabric of time is tearing apart, and the fate of our zoo hangs in the balance. So, take a deep breath, and let's dive into the most pivotal moment in the zoo's history. It starts with a flicker, a shimmer in the air. You're standing by the woolly mammoth enclosure, watching these gentle giants graze under the simulated Ice Age sun. Suddenly, the Arctic tundra dissolves. For a split second, you're surrounded by the dense, humid air of a prehistoric rainforest. The mammoth looks just as confused as you are before the environment snaps back. But it's not just here. Across the park, visitors are reporting bizarre, impossible sights. Eberokiraptoru! Its feathers sharp and vivid, dashes through the neon-drenched streets of our Neo-Kyoto exhibit. A dodo bird waddles calmly through a recreation of ancient Rome, pecking at phantom crumbs near the Colosseum. These are not glitches. They're echoes, bleeding through the walls of reality. The park's alarms blare. Red lights flash across the geodesic domes. Through the comes, Dr. Anya Vega's voice is strained but firm. Initiate full lockdown. All visitors, please proceed to the nearest temporal shelter. This is not a drill. But as the heavy blast doors begin to seal, a calm, synthetic voice cuts through the chaos sits Zara, the Zuza. Her message is chillingly clear. Dr. Vega, lockdown protocols are insufficient. The time anchors are failing. It is not a containment breach. The timeline itself is collapsing. The ground trembles, not from an earthquake, but from the universe itself groaning under the strain. The echoes are becoming more frequent, more intense. The zoo, our perfect sanctuary, is becoming a chaotic storm of overlapping eras. Our creatures, the very beings we swore to protect, are being torn between their past and our present. The final migration is about to begin, whether we are ready for it or not. And now, the weight of history falls squarely on your shoulders. Zara projects a holographic map of the zoo onto the command center's main screen. Habitats are flashing red, indicating critical instability. Kipa, ZARAS, voice explains. The core energy is finite. We cannot stabilize all habitats simultaneously. The system requires you to prioritize. We must choose which timelines to reinforce and which to release. It's an impossible choice. Each habitat represents a world, a collection of lives you've nurtured. Do you save the Triassic Reef with its magnificent ichthyosaurs? Or do you preserve the Cretaceous plains home to the last herd of Triceratops? Every decision you make here is permanent. Not just for this game, but for your entire legacy. The habitats you let go will be lost to the temporal collapse. But in doing so, you will unlock unique legacy cards for your solo adventurous mementos of the worlds you sacrificed, granting you special abilities in future games. It's a bitter reward for a heartbreaking decision. As you grapple with this choice, a memory surfaces not at yours, but Dr. Vega's. We see a flashback. Years before the zoo even opened, a younger, more idealistic Anya Vega is working alongside her mentor, the brilliant but reckless Dr. Eris Thorne. They're standing before the first ever time anchor, a chaotic swirl of energy. It's unstable, Eris, she warns. He just smiles, a sad, knowing look in his eyes. Sometimes, to build a future, someone has to become a part of the past. Anya, this technology needs a constant, an anchor point. Before she can stop him, he steps into the device, sacrificing himself to become the linchpin that stabilized the entire temporal matrix. You realize now the zoo's technology its very existence, was born from the ultimate sacrifice. And now, you are being asked to make your own. With a heavy heart, you make your selections. The system confirms your choices. The habitats you couldn't save begin to dissolve, their light fading from the map. The remaining energy surges reinforcing the timelines you chose to protect. But the crisis is far from over. With the timeline partially stabilized, the final phase begins. Zara announces, "The Great Return Protocol is initiated. We cannot hold them here any longer. We must guide them home." Shimmering portals, gateways of pure chronological energy, tear open across the zoo. Each one leads to a specific creature's native time and place. A mass exodus has begun. This isn't a stampede. It's a migration on a cosmic scale. Your job is to guide them. Using a series of intricate puzzle mechanics, you must clear pathways, manage the flow of different species, and ensure each animal reaches its correct portal. A herd of Parasaurolophus needs to be guided through the dense jungle toward a portal shimmering with Cretaceous sunlight. Meanwhile, you have to divert a lone Glyptodon, a giant armored mammal from the Pleistocene, away from the wrong gateway. It's a frantic, beautiful, and heart-wrenching ballet of extinction in reverse. But you're not alone in this. Rival A is representing corporate entities who want to capture the creatures for their own gain, are actively interfering. They deployed temporal traps and digital blockades, trying to reroute the animals toward their capture drones. You have to be faster, smarter, and more decisive. Amidst the organized chaos, you witness these small, powerful moments of farewell. That little saber-toothed cub you rescued in a previous episode, the one who always playfully nipped at your gloves, pauses at the edge of its portal. It looks back, not at the prehistoric landscape ahead, but at a young visitor watching from a shielded observation deck. The child has their hand pressed against the transparent wall. The cub presses its nose to the other side. A brief, impossible connection across millions of years. A silent goodbye. Then, with a final look, it turns and disappears into the light of its own time. One by one, our creatures return home. The enclosures, once so full of life, fall silent. The final migration is complete. The alarms finally cease. A profound quiet settles over the time traveler zoo. The emergency lights are replaced by the soft, ambient glow of the park's standard systems. The air is still. Zara's voice fills the command center, now tinged with something akin to melancholy. All creatures successfully return to their native temporal coordinates. Archiving Zoo History. Season 3. Chronology. Stable? On your interface, a notification appears. You've been awarded the Chrono Badge, a shimmering emblem of your service and a testament to the fact that you saw the zoo through its darkest hour. It's a badge of honor, but also a memorial to the worlds you couldn't save. The zoo is empty, a ghost of its former glory, but its legacy is secure. The timeline is safe, thanks to you. But as Zara completes the archival process, a single, unexpected alert pings on the console. Anomaly detected, she reports. One life form remains. In the central incubation lab, a single stasis pod remains active. All others are dark. Inside, nestled in a biomesh cradle, is an egg. It's unlike anything in Za's extensive database. It's covered in intricate, swirling patterns that seem to shift and glow with a faint, internal light. Zara runs a full spectrum analysis. Her processors worry. The results are baffling. Species, unknown. Origin, era, unregistered. This does not belong to our planet's history. Dr. Vega approaches the pod, her reflection staring back at the mysterious object. The camera slowly zooms in on the egg. Just before we fade to black, a tiny crack appears on its surface. A new chapter is about to begin. ZARAS. Final words hang in the air, full of wonder and a hint of trepidation. Commencing new directive. The Underwater EP. Thank you all so much for joining us on this incredible journey through Season 3. Your choices shaped this story, and your legacy will continue. What do you think is in the egg? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this finale, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the start of our next great adventure. Until next time, keepers, stay curious.